I am defending my husband. I am not saying, I am not in politics here. What I want,
I'm speaking about my husband.
what I want is release my husband, simple.
Anaye temugenda nnyo. Wampamba mujje tukolere eno.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just came from seeing Dr. Kizza Besigye. We wanted to go in many, but they limited us. We were only allowed myself, the Secretary General, Honorable Senyonyi, and his friend King Saha. Dr. Besigye is in good health and high spirits, but of course, he's psychologically disturbed as expected. The manner in which he was abducted and treated, he was picked by Ugandans, not in uniform but armed, from Kenya, bundled into a car, driven across the border illegally, briefly to Malaba, and then straight to Makindye. So officially, Dr. Kizza Besigye is not in Uganda. He's in Uganda illegally because he was just picked from Kenya. He has told us that he wasn't tortured, although the psychological torture that comes with being bundled and squeezed in a car all the way from Nairobi to Malaba is still on him. And the nature of the bogus charges that were put on him, similar to what was done to me in Arua. Apparently, he is being charged for illegally having guns in Kenya, 2 pistols in Kenya, not in Uganda, but is arrested by Ugandans and charged in a Uganda court. All in all, we condemn this act. We think the Kenyan government should be ashamed of it. We are glad that they have so far, the Kenyan government has so far distanced itself from this act, but the fact that it was done on Kenyan soil, on Kenyan territory, we expect the Kenyan government to do more than talking. We condemn the impunity of the Ugandan regime, and we call upon all well-wishing Ugandans to stand against this, to condemn it, and to work so hard to see that we return our country to a path of the rule of law.
Just one question. Chibateka wanga monsi zinezi tulinani.
Okusingira ddala kikolwa kikyamu nnyo kya bumenyi bw'amateeka obuli ku level eyawaggulu. Kyongedde okulaga nti tetuli safe. Gye buvuddeko ng'abantu abanyigirizibwa mu Uganda wano nga baddukira Kenya, kuba Kenya yali kyatambulira ku kkubo eri okugondera amateeka. Naye kakati mwasooka ne mulaba abawagizi ba FDC 36 abawambibwa okuva Kenya ne baleetebwa wano mumenyi bw'amateeka ne bagulwako guno ebisangosango. Naye ate okukikola omuntu ali ku level ya Dr. Kizza Besigye kyongera otulaga nti tetuli safe, fena tuli mu buzibu, era tulina okulwana ennyo okulaba ng'ensi yaffe eterera. Kuba leero kiri ku Dr. Kizza Besigye ekyakisobola okutuuka ku muntu yenna. Mu Luzungu, olwo mbadde mu Luganda. Sorry. The fact that this is not the first time. We remember 36 members of the FDC were abducted from Kenya and illegally brought back to Uganda and charged. Now, this has not happened to an ordinary person. It has happened to a very respectable opposition leader, Dr. Kizza Besigye. It goes further to show us that Kenya is no longer a safe haven. We used to look at Kenya as a safe haven for dissidents in Uganda, especially that it had a certain degree of respecting the law. But now, if this is happening to even senior leaders, then nobody is safe. It should remind us to fight so hard to see that we bring back our country to the rule of law.
The president of your country, the regional head boy, and basically turning other presidents of other countries within the region as pawns on his chessboard, does this then validate that sobriquet for him?
This should speak to all of us, and I'm glad Kenyans have always stood with us. It's not the Kenyan people that did it. It is the negligence or complacence of the Kenyan government. And according to Dr. Besigye, even if Ugandans picked him, but there were Kenyans also involved in that gross action. So this should speak to us, not as Ugandans, and not only as Kenyans, but as East Africans. We have to put an end to this. I warned the Kenyans a few months ago and told them that they are not far from this impunity. If they allow that nonsense to happen, it will continue, and sooner than later, we all want to be free. So let's unite and fight impunity and fight dictatorship. Dictatorship can always spill across borders like it is threatening to spill into Kenya. We must fight and defeat it together.
Yes.
Baba na ba mu aka. Yo ma ba